And Danielle, while she's one of the traitors, she's very talkative.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm in total agreement with Boston Rob. She needs to stop talking. She needs
Yeah.
because people who are lying are always telling way too much
Yep.
because they have
Yeah.
to make it believable.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, for sure. And she thinks she's being such a good actor too.
Oh
I
my
thought that was
God.
kind of funny. Hi, welcome to Above Deck, a below deck breakdown podcast. I'm Sarah Goldman, a photographer and former marine biologist living in Charleston. With me is my college roommate and co-host, Kelli.
I'm Kelli Busby, former radio host and current executive assistant, coming to you from my home studio in Columbus, Ohio. Together, we hosted the Socks with Sandals radio show on WFAL in Bowling Green, Ohio, and we are back again this week to discuss Below Deck and our love of all things Bravo.
This is a special bonus episode of Above Deck. We will be discussing the Traitors. Last week we had Chase Lemax on the pod, and we always go long when we talk to Chase. There's just too much to discuss.
Yeah.
So that's why we're doing an extra bonus episode this week, just for the Traitors.
You can now get Stream to Sea products in Europe. Stream to Sea is the only mineral-based sunscreen on the planet that's been proven safe for fresh and saltwater fishes and coral larvae.
Besides sunscreen, Stream to Sea offers hair care, body care, and after sun products. I use the Everyday Mineral Sunscreen and Hydrate Lip Balms every day.
For 10% off your order, go to streamtosea.com. Use the code ABOVEDECK, that's stream, the number 2, c.com, and use the code ABOVEDECK. And if you're in Europe, you can go to stream2c.net and use code ABOVEDECK. It's time to discuss the Traitors. We're going to have to come up with something really amazing to put in there because I don't know. He's just amazing. So,
Yeah, I'll send you a bunch of clips and then let you work your magic.
all right. So I don't have an Alan Cummins amazing hat, even though I want all of his hats. All of them.
I know his outfits are just top notch this season. So, first off, a spoiler warning. We will be discussing the first 3 episodes of season 3. Who was banished? Who was murdered? You have been warned.
Okay. So, Sarah, I watched this with my parents. For the first 2 episodes, I watched with my mom and my dad. And this was their first time. And let's just say that my mom is not a fan of Tom Sandoval.
Does she know anything about his history of like who he is?
She said she's heard of Scandival.
Oh,
So,
wow. Far reaching.
She's got a little bit of, she kind of knows what's going on. Mallory joined me and my mom to watch, and I put that in air quotes, the
Yeah.
3rd episode. She was on her phone, but she was in the room with us, so
Fun. Do you think that they are going to continue watching it with you this season?
my mom will, definitely. She's
Okay.
hooked.
She's hooked.
Yeah.
I mean, very easy. This season has really made me wish that I did watch Survivor and Big Brother because it sounds like there's
Right.
some really epic combinations of players this season.
It's very interesting, right? Mm-hmm. So I've never been able to get into those shows, and I think it's because they're on after my bedtime.
That could be. I watched the very first 2 seasons of Survivor, but that was it. But
I think
I
we were
could
in
totally get
college
into it. But
still.
yeah, who has the time? I mean, I have all these Bravo shows to watch. So, okay, so there's a surprise mystery guest right off the bat. We have Boston Rob from Survivor. Doesn't really mean much to me, but
Yeah.
they can choose to bring him in or not. They choose not to.
It was a weird twist, right?
Yeah,
Like, just right out of the gate. And then, like, all the really hardcore players from Survivor were sitting there, like, looking at each other, like, you do it. No, you do it.
you
You
do
do
it.
it. And
Yeah.
I'm like, what has happened? I didn't understand it.
Yeah, and the housewives are like, "Who's Boston Rob?"
What is happening? Can we go inside? It's cold.
So these are the Traitors. We have Danielle from Big Brother, Bob the drag queen from RuPaul's Drag Race, and then Carolyn from Survivor. Don't know them from Adam.
Carolyn reminds me of Kim from Real Housewives of Atlanta. whose
Oh,
last name I
yeah.
can't
She
pronounce.
also reminds me just a little bit of Trishelle, like the way she looks, not the way she acts.
Right. It's very interesting.
I kind of love her. She's so odd and quirky and like makes so many faces. Like, I don't
Yeah.
think anyone's going to know she's a traitor just because she always acts weird. You
Yeah.
know?
No, it's exciting. I'm
Yeah.
excited.
So Tom Sandoval, he really fancies himself like a real detective.
Oh,
And
Lord.
I thought it was so funny when he took off his blindfold and was
He's
like
such a
looking
tool.
around.
He looked like a freaking maniac when he
Yeah.
took it off.
He is taking this so seriously, but man, he's fun to watch. Like, I would not have predicted this. And then later, he's sitting with two of the three traitors, and he's telling them how confident he feels that they are not traitors. Like, he's like, I trust you. I trust you with my life.
He's such a
God,
goof. He just wants a
Tom.
friend. I think that's what it is. He wants a
Yeah.
friend. He needs a buddy.
He clearly does.
Yeah.
So that dragon boat challenge really created so much animosity between the players, like right off the bat.
I love how the housewives were just like, I'll get off all of them. Like,
Totally.
no
Yeah.
work for these lovely ladies. Thank you.
Yeah. And people are saying they don't think that they really understood exactly what that meant. And I have to say, when Alan said, whoever's in the like circle at the end, you know,
Yeah.
you have immunity. I, for some reason, thought that was one person. I didn't
did
realize
I.
it was. So I was confused how everybody like got to be in there. So I would have been confused. I would have volunteered to get off the boat.
Heck yeah. If it would have helped, I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess it was a weird challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I would have kind of messed that up too. So, but I'm such a people pleaser, and I think you are too. We would have been like, yeah, fine, we'll get off. Like, no big,
I mean, I
no big
guess
deal.
if you could, yeah, okay, we'll sit here. But they were so cold, and they'd left them on those
A
planes,
long time. And that was all to like add more conflict, you know, in
and
the
then they
house.
all ate. And then this was my favorite part. Dolores and Dorinda thought that everybody was going to wait for them to eat, and they were all going to sit down together at this big happy table. I'm telling you, that's like a Sunday dinner family. Like that's where they,
Yeah.
what they're used to. They
Yeah.
didn't wait. They were eating on
Heck
chairs and
no. They were like showered and warm, like
yeah,
feeling
yeah.
good. Yeah.
Their
Okay.
outfits back
So
on.
this is the big surprise. Boston Rob is going to enter as a traitor, but not till the next day. And then there's going to be two more mystery players. Like, wow.
There are so many twists. I love it. Like
You
it's
know,
so fun.
I thought that there were maybe a few fewer players than we had seen previously, and this
Yeah.
kind of explains
Yeah.
like
I
why.
like it though. I like the little added like stirring of the pot with this group.
Yeah.
I would like to say there are two people that one that I'm a little questioning and two that I'm not a fan of.
Okay.
I am not a fan of Ivor. I am not.
Is that the Mountbatten guy?
Yes, I am not a fan of
Okay.
him.
King Charles's second cousin.
Twice removed or something. Yeah, something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
a big fan of him. He's very condescending.
Yeah, I don't know what to think about him yet.
Yeah. And then, so Britney Spears' ex is one of the contestants. Sam?
Yeah.
Were they married? I feel like they were married.
That's what he said. He said they were married for a bit or something. So
Okay.
I don't know. There's a lot to take in. Okay, so in the second episode, Wes from The Challenge and Derek from Big Brother are the two more mystery players that join, and they're going to be faithfuls. And
Yeah.
they immediately form an alliance with Rob. Okay. So I am so dang mad that they murdered Dorinda right off. She would have caused so much chaos, and now we're deprived of all of her incredible one-liners that would have inevitably happened all season.
My parents were shocked. As I was too, but we all thought that she would have been super fun to keep on at least like 3 more episodes.
Yeah, and she would have been voted out at the round table because she was so vocal. So like,
Yeah.
it was it didn't make sense. It didn't
It
make
was
sense at all.
premature.
Yeah. So at breakfast, Tom Sandoval is sweating profusely.
Why? Why?
Was it really that hot in there?
Nobody else was sweating. I mean, he was like,
He's used to feeling guilty, and so he just feels guilty and he's sweating. So when Robin and Dolores walk in at breakfast, I was thinking, what a missed opportunity, because somebody should have said, "What are you doing here without Dorinda?" Like Sonia did. So,
I'm
man, that was missed.
still in shock that she's gone. She was the one person I was so excited about being on this season.
I know, me
And
too.
we're deprived of her now. Rude.
I have to say, Robin is really surprising me. I always thought she was boring when I watched her on Potomac,
Yeah.
except for the one time when she dressed up in drag and delivered a pizza to Karen's house at night.
I was thinking the same. It's neat to me to see how the people from the different shows, like the different franchises, how they act together when their castmates aren't there.
Yeah, for
So,
sure.
like, seeing Robin without the Potomac ladies is
Yeah.
she's a different person.
Yeah, I feel like she's really firing on all cylinders. Like she's there to like figure things out, and
Yeah. It's
yeah,
awesome.
I'm here for it. Okay, so the third episode, Chanel Ayan from Dubai is murdered, sadly. She had a lot of good lines, so this is sad.
Yeah.
They're hunting housewives, and it makes absolutely no sense because most of them, they like barely even know what show they're on.
Right. Well, and this is kind of pissing me off. I don't understand why they would.
People have suggested because Phaedra was such a powerful player last year that that's the reason. I
Would they
don't
do
know.
it again? Come on.
Yeah, if
Why would they do it again?
I know. And if the reasoning for voting them off is you have like people that are going to naturally form an alliance, well then
Yeah.
go after Survivor players or Big Brother players, because those
gamers.
those are the gamers. Yeah.
Yeah.
And in previous seasons, I didn't really get why people were so afraid of the gamers. I was just like, whatever. I think everybody has the same advantage in this game.
Yeah.
I think after seeing what happened the first two seasons,
Yeah.
I mean, those people definitely have an advantage. Like they are
Yeah.
thinking so many steps ahead. So,
Yeah. Or at
Anyway.
least they make you think they are.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So at breakfast, they're talking about who they think has been, I put let go, but who are no longer on this show. And Danielle, while she's one of the traitors, she's very talkative. And I'm in total agreement with Boston Rob. She needs to stop talking. She needs,
Yeah.
because people who are lying are always telling way too much
Yep.
because they
Yeah.
have to make it believable. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, for sure. And she thinks she's being such a good actor too. I
My
thought that was
God.
kind of funny. They're like, no, bring it down a notch. And same goes with Bob the drag queen. He's getting a little too, like he's talking too much at the round table.
Yes.
Okay, so is it just me or is Boston Rob kind of hot?
No. I mean,
No?
I'm definitely in agreement here with you. I think it's the older dad bod deal, or maybe it's the backwards hat.
I think it's the backwards hat is a big part of it for me.
And the confidence and the accent. He's got a little bit of accent. I like
I
it.
might have to do a little bit of a dive and watch him on Survivor and just kind of see what the deal is. But
Yeah.
there's something about him. Maybe it's because he's a traitor, so like he has some power in the game, so there's like a power thing. I don't know. I want
And
him
he's
on my side.
mysterious.
Yeah, he's a little mysterious because I don't know anything about him. All right, well, we'll leave it there. I'm loving Bob Harper. I was a big fan of The Biggest Loser, loved that
yeah.
show, and I just love how he's like not afraid to call people out.
He has 0 F's to give, and I'm here for it. I want him to stay as long as possible.
Me
I think
too.
he's fantastic. During the round table on episode 3, I think the standout was Dylan, who is quite handsome, by the
Very.
way, and is Zac Efron's brother. And thank you to the producers for getting him shirtless as much as possible. But who does he look like to you? And he's also kind of doing the same thing from last season, like calling people out who he thinks they're traitors, but
Oh,
nobody believes him.
Pete the pilot, right? Is that what his name is?
Yes!
Was he
And they
from
look
The
alike.
Bachelor, The Bachelorette, or something? Yeah, he's Dylan Efron is our pilot Pete this season for sure.
But he's on it. Like he is calling.
He's figuring it
yeah.
out. So yeah,
Very
I'm liking him. I remember when we saw like the cast list when they first announced it many, many months ago, people
Yeah.
were like, why?
Yeah.
But I'm like, he's great. Like, I'm
This is
really
why.
liking him.
This is why.
Yeah, this is why. That scene was so nerve-wracking when they all had to gather in that hidden room to discuss who they were going to put in the coffins and like
Yes.
worried about being overheard or getting caught. That was like, ooh.
BTDQ, Bob the Drag Queen, is way too loud.
Oh yeah.
Way too loud. His voice carries. And that was not a soundproof room that they were in. I don't think they
No.
realized that. So they should have been whispering. But was that Gabby that walked into the main, like the bar area?
I think so. Yeah, so they kind of left us on a cliffhanger. Like we don't
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
if she overheard or, saw
Yeah.
anybody coming out. So this is going to be interesting. I'm in. I'm in 100%.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Very, very excited. So, are they just going to be doing one episode per week now?
I
Dropping.
think so, but I could very well be wrong on that.
Okay, so
Yes.
I believe episode 4 has dropped. So I'm
Okay.
excited to watch that. So yeah, I can't wait to keep discussing it this
Yeah.
season.
It's fun. And I like doing
Oh,
this
I
one
just want
little.
to. Oh, sorry. What'd you say?
No, I was just saying I like doing this one little bonus episode. It's kind of fun.
Yeah, a nice short one.
Yeah.
I just wanted to thank our friend Annie who sent me a Below Deck poster in the mail.
Yay,
I just wanted to
Annie.
show. I guess this was hanging in the NBC Universal offices where she works.
Yay. I love it.
Yay!
She's so great.
So I got to get a frame for it, but so excited. So thank you, Annie, and Kelly's getting the next one. So I can't wait to see. Can't wait to see what you get.
I'm a little nervous, I'm not gonna lie.
That's it for this bonus episode of Above Deck. Thank you to our team at Hurrdat. Thank you to Joss. And please subscribe on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Don't forget to tell a friend. That's how most people find us. Please rate and review. 5 stars only.
Please follow us on Instagram at abovedeckpod, and you can email us at abovedeckpod@gmail.com. You can watch our episode on the Hurrdat Media. Nope. You can watch our episode on the Hurrdat Entertainment YouTube channel. Until next time, I'm Kelly Busby.
And I'm Sarah Goldman. We'll see you next time.